Alright, what do we get for town number 4? We get Vanilla Provoca. This happens more often than you'd think. Now, I did not allow unsafe pirates, so you're almost guaranteed for these to be a very easy fight. If you allow unsafe pirates, then they can learn Thunder and Nuke. But I believe what used to happen in the long ago days was when you didn't have open world progression, you had to go through here to get the ship every time. And if these guys had a very powerful AoE spell, you could not realistically kill them, because you couldn't level grind high enough and you didn't have any way to get rid of them, basically. That sucks. I mean, it's good in a way, but that means we can complete the Earth dungeon now, and I don't want to... No, we need the ship first before we can get there, but that puts the Vampire and the Lich pretty high on my to-do list, and I don't like going there early. Ooh, that's really nice. That's a really cheap Opal Bracelet, which is the best defense for 2 of our characters, and we can just buy them for everybody. Man, this is an Opal store. Look at all this Opal stuff. The other Opal armor is kind of not that great, but this is good. Yeah, that's a ton of defense. In fact, it'll be the best defense for everyone for quite a while. That's cool. What do we got over here? Hey, the loot! Discount loot. I'm gonna buy it right now so I don't forget about it. I don't need it till the end of the game, but if I forget about it, I'll just have to go back to every single shop, so... Let's get that out of the way while we can afford it. It was also very cheap. White Magic level 2, nothing good. Cheap soft, I guess, but, Fog, yeah, it's got a buff spell. Nothing that I'm super excited about. I'd like to see a Lightning 3 spell. Not great. Level 2 Magic's pretty much a bust. Brack has some value, because it's pretty good against Tiamat. Pretty good against Tiamat. Otherwise, the rest of it's all junk. Lock has been fixed. It used to raise enemies' evasion. Now it lowers it, but it still doesn't really matter. A Brack hammer. The Thor's hammer now casts Brack, which is a downgrade in my book. Rune sword's pretty good for Thief. Guess I could buy it. I don't know. I'm just gonna save up my money and buy that Sun Sword anyway. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to see. So I probably should try to buy the Fire 2 axe or whatever it was, and the Sun Sword, and some Opal bracelets. There's a lot of things that are expensive, and that's kind of why I like the shop shuffle with all the rare items. It makes the shops a lot more interesting, and it makes saving up your gold pretty fun, actually. Like, there's a lot of things to buy. Now, this trip here is arguable. We're gonna walk all the way over to Matoya's cave. We can't get an incentivized item, but there's 3 open chests. At least we have the canoe to get kind of the shortcut. Also, because we're playing with the encounter shuffle, that encounter is, well, I don't know that one specifically, but we're more likely to see the rare encounters, the 7th encounters, that normally you never see. So that's kind of a fun little perk. Garbage. Basically garbage. If I was trying to race, I would reset over that, but I also want enough money to buy a sword, so we won't reset. Because if you're paying attention, I didn't save after I left Provoca, so if I'd reset my game, we would have saved this backtrack. Plus, because I'm playing with lower encounters, it's not so bad to do backtracking. If you're playing on increased encounter rates, every save that you can skip a fight is worth it. So, what am I thinking? We have to get the floater or the ship to get anywhere, which means we need an incentive chest. We can either get to the Marsh Cave Wizard chest, we could get to the Ice Cave incentivized chest, or the Volcano's incentivized chest. The Volcano's is the hardest to get to, arguably. Because you have to go through all the way to the bottom of the volcano, basically. Ice Cave, actually, with Warp, won't be so bad. Let's go do the Ice Cave. I forgot about that. Because we got lucky with the Warp spell, as long as I don't waste too much magic. Now, do we have enough... Sorry, I'm just thinking one more thing. Okay, change of plan. We're gonna go to the Ice Cave, but first, we're gonna kill these things. No, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go buy that Fire 2 weapon. I think I have to go all the way back to Elfland, but... No, I have to go all the way back to just Crescent Lake. It's not that far. Because most of the enemies in the Ice Cave are undead, and they're pretty strong against ice magic, but not very strong against fire magic. This is where a harm spell on the Red Mage might be worth it. Maybe. But I don't really have a lot of money to buy a lot of cool gear yet. And we need to start opening treasure chests. So we either go, you know, top floor of the Volcano, where there's a lot of chests, or we try to do the Ice Cave, where we can hopefully find, you know, the floater or something. It was the other tab. Dang it! So we have to go all the way back to Elfland. Alright. This is perhaps less... I thought I'd mixed up my towns a little bit. I was thinking we only had to backtrack to Crescent Lake, and then we'd be able to get our upgraded gear. I was wrong. Probably should have rested at the inn. Oh, well. I'm not sure if we're really strong enough for these encounters yet. Pull out a big ice 3 from Rydia here. Well, Thief is dead. That's fine. He's probably the one that's going to hold on to the fire staff and just use that every turn. Or whatever it is. Alright, got a little bit more level ups. We'll save it anyway. Oh, right, also probably should get rid of this. Poisoned. Such happy overworld music as we wander around. I'm so glad I turned the encounter rate down, because there's still so many encounters for the Let's Play. Stun Touch Ogres, that's interesting. Or maybe Green Ogres, I don't know. I mean George's, clearly their real name is George. Classically, Black Mages are known for being able to run away often, but a little bit of bad luck there. Alright, and there's no faster way to travel, no ship yet, so... Okay, so I came here to see how much these cost. Alright, it's pretty cheap. We should definitely do this. There's lots of things I'd like to buy. This should make the, You know, actually, if this is the light axe, it's actually probably better than the wear sword. 42, 49... Yeah, that's way better than the wear sword. Okay. So... Can you wear this sword? Nope. The thief is just so bad. Anyway, we're just gonna sell the wear sword then. 900 bucks or 450 bucks. I wasted the other half. All right, so we've got 3 Fire 2s. I spent all my money though, so I can't do much else. If I'd saved a... I'll have to... Don't forget to resurrect your thief, guys. I guess, technically, I should give... maybe Rydia's over. Because she'll have more spells to cast. Flinching, but the thief has nothing else to do, so... I was thinking I'd like to buy the life spell if I have the money. I probably don't. No, I'd have to grind up some cash. Wasn't there like a harm spell or something? That would work pretty well. Then I could just give the fire axe to Rydia. I'm overthinking this. We should be fine. Nope. Can't use anything you want. Alright, let's just get out of here. Make sure you save it, though. We could run all the way back to Corneria and pick up some more items and spells and stuff, but I'm trying not to waste too much time. I think if I was trying to speedrun it, I wouldn't have even gone back. Like, after we went up to, after we got to Corneria, or not Corneria, after we got to Provoca, I probably would have just gone to the Ice Cave. Because we have the Warp Spell, and we have cabins. Is it faster to go this way? I don't know. Probably a little bit faster. Because I don't want to go to Crescent Lake this time. But yeah, you know, I don't really do racing, if you're wondering. I've been asked a couple times, so like I'm not really interested in speedrunning. I like learning some of the strategies, and I like watching them. Certainly, I've watched many a race. But I'm more of a casual player. I always have this urge to 100% the game. I don't 100% them very often. Oh, also, you know, now that we've got this, There's no specific reason to run from everything if you can get some easy experience. Although fire, right, doesn't work so well. Is this technically enough to kill with 3 of these? No. Alright, never mind. It's a terrible place to level grind. We'll get our experience in the ice cave where everything's weak to fire. But yeah, anyway, I was just saying, like, you know, I like knowing kind of strategies. I like to talk about them, like, while we're playing here. I think it's fun to sort of theorize and imagine what the optimal route is. That's kind of part of the fun for randomizers for me, is trying to figure out what the best play would be and not necessarily make it, because sometimes it's a low percent odd, where if we had come to the ice cave first without these fire staffs, or fire axes, would this actually even be possible, or are we still going to need to do some level grinding? We're at a very low level. I would almost never recommend coming here in the vanilla game this early. But we've got less encounters. Technically, this should work pretty well. Cockatrices are not known for their HP, and mummies are weak to fire for sure. And this will give us a fair bit of experience. Also, cockatrices were worse in the vanilla because they had stone touch, and the mummies had sleep. So they had ways of disabling your party that they probably don't now. They might, but they guaranteed had it in the original version. So, here we go. This would be a lot of experience if we survive it. Wish Rudy had something better to do. I'm gonna save her charges because ice won't work very well and fire should clean it up. So if an enemy is weak to a spell, it takes 50% more damage by default, and it has a lower chance of getting its halving magic damage. So it's far more likely it does the upper range of your damage output, and it takes 50% more on top of it. And secret, did you guys know? You might be thinking you're a Final Fantasy 1 expert, and if I asked you what spell does the most damage in the game, you're like, clearly Blue, you underestimate me. The nuke spell is the strongest spell in the game. It does 100 to 400 damage. If an enemy gets the resistance, it's 100 to 200. If they do not, it's 200 to 400. It's non-elemental, so no one has extra protection from it. Also, no one's weak to it, though. I forget the exact number. Ice 3 is weaker, no doubt about it. I think it's 80 power, so it's 80 to 320. Sounds right to me. But what if an enemy was weak to ice? What if an enemy was weak to ice, guys? Would it then take an extra 50% damage on top of potentially doing max damage at 320? What's 320 plus 50%? Would that do more damage than a nuke? It would. I've seen a spell do over 400 damage. Hey, a zap shirt! Now that's fun! Funky Town! Alright, let's make sure Rydia has something to do that doesn't cost her spell charges. So now, no matter what, we can get the black shirt or white shirt, because we've seen both. Oh, also, I'm doing this all wrong. There's a trap tile on that right one, but I don't know if you've ever seen this before. Normally, you don't have warp before you come here. Oh, look! It's a slab, yo! That's not the incentive item I wanted, but that's not bad, though. Who needs a ribbon? I'm gonna put it on the fighter. No. I'm gonna put it on... I'm gonna give it to the red mage, because they'll theoretically have life spell and stuff like that. So they're protected from elements. I guess we didn't give it to the thief. This is a bad ambush. So wizard mummies have... Oh boy, this is going real bad. Do we try to kill them or just run? Oh boy. Yeah, we're in trouble, guys. I've got one fire stew. Okay, Rydia, you try to run. She should have better running odds than Red Mage. Red Mage... I don't know. The problem is 1 fire 2 will probably not kill wizard mummies, so we gotta just run. We got it. We got it. Alright, now how many... 2 charges of warp. From here... What's the easiest way to get out of here? What's the best odds of us surviving this encounter? Should have given the ribbon to, somebody else. I don't know if we're gonna be able to escape. I think we're gonna stop picking up chests and just make it for make a run for the You're just gonna make a run for it. We're not gonna stop here. I mean, we could get screwed. Like, one random encounter with something strong and we're dead. These guys at least aren't hitting very hard. Also notice the screen not flashing there. Could probably kill the red bones with fire too. Actually, they've got a lot of HP today. But we escaped anyway. Okay, good. Red bones are the kind of enemies that I feel like you might be able to get away with a fire 2 charge, but usually it takes a little bit more than that. It sure is good that these are runnable wizards, because this would have been the death of the party for sure if it was unrunnable. They hit way too hard. Well, I might have been able to zap them or something. We're just gonna save the rest of the chests for next time. We got the incentivized item, and we survived with our life. Technically. Now we just have to get back to a town that can resurrect us. So, unfortunately, that means anything else in the ice cave is probably not something we're going to come back for. We might, but there's no more incentivized items. The warp spell, at the very least, allowed us to steal that slab. And we did need the slabs, so that's good. Although we can't turn it in. So, unfortunately, it wasn't progression. You know, you win some, you lose some. I guess it's Volcano or Marsh Cave. I don't want to go to the Marsh Cave. We have the warp spell. How many charges? If we have... I think we're going to do the top floor of the volcano next. Oh, a bad ambush. Alright, Red Mage. You gotta get us back to town. You gotta pull it home. I should have healed up, but it's all just down to whether we run, and then I'll just reset anyway. Would it really matter if I'd healed? Sure, I would have survived, but probably would have died next second anyway. Oh man, another monster strikes first. At least Caribes aren't hitting very hard. And unfortunately, Red Wizards, Red Mages, not known for fleeing. Alright, it's fine, don't worry about it. I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time using heal potions here. We're almost in town. No giants or trolls, no trolling basically. Alright, look at that! Easy! BlueAnkylo knows what he's doing. Look at all that money we've got from our successful trip to the ice cave. Alright, so... what do I want to do now? I think we're going to go to the top floor of the volcano. I don't think we could clear the volcano? Maybe... we didn't get very many levels out of the ice cave like I was expecting. I was hoping to stay there a little bit longer and get some more fights in there, but then we got murdered. So that didn't work. Trolls should be weak to fire. Unfortunately, a fire 2 axe, when swung, will not deal fire damage. I think it still counts as a light axe, and it might do holy bonus damage to certain enemies, if that's a thing. But I don't believe it will do anything extra to, no, right first, then left. It won't actually count it as fire. That'd be an interesting modifier to randomize as well. It'd be very difficult to tell what element a weapon was if you just randomized the weapon elements. That's another thing that in the NES version didn't work anyway, so very few people are familiar with them at the best of times. Like, what does the Were Sword or the Rune Sword work on? I don't know. Also, why is my, scrolling... oh, there it is. I don't know why those images are disappearing. It's supposed to just alternate between all the different sprites I have. Anyway, welcome to the volcano. This place is, very fiery, you know, as you do. That sucked. Anyway, we're going to the treasury, or armory, whatever they like to call it. I'm gonna not take a trap tile. Ooh! Yeah. Yeah, we could probably kill this. Now, I could just use spell charges, but I had a feeling Zap would work. I don't think experienced Peds, I don't think they're really known for being particularly particularly magic defensy. Oops. Anyway, welcome to heal menuing with me, BlueAnkylo. That's why I want that Cure 4 spell. Don't have to do that. Argoyles. Argoyles. They need to change it to Pirate R's. These guys can be tough too because they get a lot of attacks. But they're probably strong against fire, you know. I'm gonna go for the kill. Basically, what I'm planning on doing is just opening all these chests and then warping out. Looks like they're strong against ice, so sucks to be me. I would like to get some experience before we leave, assuming, you know, we can kill anything here. They don't have that much HP, but they're pretty good against our spell. That sucks. No, you know what? Use that again. I'll zap, though. I should have just started with a zap, because it probably would have killed half of them. Maybe they just have really high magic defense. Anyway, you know, we have that light axe equipped. It does pretty good damage on the fighter. Certainly it would be nice to get a few more weapons spread out so we can not rely on magic always, you know. Anyway, I won't be fighting the next Argoyle pack, that's the truth. Alright, don't stand to the right on that entrance. Money! A little bit of money, a little bit of money. Pretty low quality area for now. That's a bit of a scary fight. Ice works well, or at least works, but let's get out of here. Oh boy. Come on, thank you. Oh boy. As those things, they just hit too hard. And, you know, with the randomizer, especially with whatever your settings are, but with my settings, they could be hitting 50% harder than usual. Or, actually, it'd be worse. They could have 50% more damage per hit, and 50% more total hits. For accuracy and strength. Cat Club, well, we can certainly sell that. Found a house in the treasure chest. A terrible staff. A pro cape. I'm pro cape. Okay, so the cape is cool. I know we can buy them, but for now, I'm just gonna have the fighter equipment because I don't have any shields. But it's like a +8 defense shield, which is pretty good. Plus, you know, most anyone can use it unless you're a monk or black belt. Okay, that was not the best, but it got us some stuff we can sell, and we got a couple kills. Let's just warp our way out. Now we can save it, and I'm actually gonna go right back in, and we're gonna clear out, or at least try to clear out, the rest of this second floor. But now that I have the warp spell, we can just warp out. Alright, I still got 2 charges. Rooting. There is, like... Oh, this kind of sucks. No run... Unrunnables. I don't know how much HP... Like, the Fire 2 might not be very effective here. Zap has not been particularly effective. I'm so glad I bought the spell and then got the free shirt for it. Oh, very low HP on that guy. No problem. Okay, easy. And until he pulls out the thunder or something. Lays down the thunder. So yeah, I'm still gonna take some fights. I'm not gonna run from everything. There's probably... These guys are gonna hit really hard too, but they are also really good at experience. I can't remember if they're weak to fire. I think they are. Certainly not weak to zap. Alright, strong to fire. That sucks. I don't know if I can actually win this fight again. Are they weak to ice? Also, please get zapped. They're not hitting as hard as they could. Definitely strong to ice, strong to fire. Looks like they're not... Hey, we got him. Good. Anyway, look at that. Another 1,000 experience points. Got some level ups. Got some money. That's not great. I think what we're gonna do after we clear out this floor is warp out, heal up, use our house that we found, and then make a run for the incentivized chest. Not probably picking up all the treasure. Probably. And I don't think we can kill Carrie yet. If I was more experienced, I might make a run at Carrie, but... I don't really have... Oh, you can't even run from these things. This is not great. I have to just hope that Zap works, basically. We'll deal out damage while we hope for the Zap. At least they're not as defensive as they could have been. I guess I could give the Zap shirt to somebody else so that technically Rydia could cast it and someone else can use the item for Zap, but... Anyway, we got through it. Good amounts of experience if you survive, so honestly, as long as we... What a terrible chest. As long as we don't die, these fights are all good. Now, I was kind of thinking, when I was rooting this floor out in my head, that this is the area where I wanted to warp out. I wanted to get to this chest, because it's kind of the most isolated, and then use my warp charges, but... I think it would be more backtracking to go all the way around and get the other chests on the left first. Alright, I didn't like fighting the Argoyles last time. Let's skip this. Aeralisks. I think they might have still had an instant death spell, actually, looking back at the ice cave. I think it was Whiz Mummies and Paralisks that were killing us. Paralisks scared me so much as a kid. Alright, one more of these. Yeah, just stick with the Zap, I guess. Hey, at least we got one on the first round. That's where you save the most incoming damage. Oh, look at this. Easy. Alright, no problem. Nothing to worry about. So far, these Fire 2 axes haven't given us a lot of value, but, you know, it's helped a little bit. The Zap sure saved us some hits. Not very good chests, but they're my chests. Anyway, that's it for this floor, and I'm definitely not going any deeper on this current run. So what I think we'll do, heal up a little bit with a couple cabins, and use a house to heal up and get all of our magic back. With 5 warps, I'm pretty sure we can get... I think we can make it all the way back up, assuming I can survive all the way down to the bottom floor. I think we can make it basically all the way out with those warp charges. This is a bit of a gamble. We're going to skip a bunch of chests just like the ice cave, but we're also not doing any level grinding, so that's a bonus. In case you're wondering, if you stand on the fire tiles, you don't get any encounters. Or, it doesn't increment your step tile, so it's easier to heal up a little bit of damage from walking on them than it is to fight a whole bunch of battles every floor. And for the most part, these 3 floors in a row, if you know how to walk through them, you generally only get 1 or 2 encounters for all this stuff. Now, how are we doing for HP? Pretty low. We're actually running pretty slim on our heals, too. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to fight Carrie right now. I believe it's possible we could kill her with our current strength, but it really just depends on what kind of random stuff she gets. If she gets a strong spell or a really powerful physical, I think we would die. And this is already going to be pretty close. So we're not checking chests on this floor because I barely think we're going to be strong enough to get where I need to go. Hopefully, at the very least, I can open the incentivized chest by the red dragon tile. And at least see it. So then we'll know if this is what we need to do or if I should be focusing on the marsh cave. But if I can get it and get out, I will. Alright, ooh, ambushed by giants. Unfortunate. That was a really bad luck. Oh, this sucks. Right here by the chest. Random ambush basically cripples us. I got 1 heal spell. I mean, I need Rydia to be alive for us to warp out. I should have saved more heals for her. Should have bought more, you know, there's so many things we should have done. Unrunnable slimes. You can't really kill them with physical damage, so it's... Fire is probably the only thing that's going to do any damage to them, to be honest. They are weak against fire, so... Better hope they don't kill people before I can fire to them to death. Actually, the zap worked. Yeah, they're pretty high physical defense. Not quite Metal Slimes from Dragon Quest, but pretty good experience. That's a farmable tile there. If you felt confident, you could farm that battle over and over again for some good experience. This sucks. Phantoms are tough, but we managed to escape, and it's the floater, oh boy. So this is what we needed to do, but can I survive? I feel like I'm going to be like one warp short. I've never really counted out the number of floors in the volcano. I'm going to be 2 floors short, but really only 1, and a lot of these are fire tiles. If I had bought warp for Tella, we would pretty much be safe right now. Come on, just a few steps. Don't get killed! Just run! Run! 8 damage exactly. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me!